upon meeting me, people think that I'm like maybe 10 years old or something like that, which I guess when I'm about 50 or 60, I'll be pretty happy.
They're like, wow, well, what happened to him and why is he like this?
They laugh because I hate reading. You don't have to laugh, you get that help them.
Many people in our society believe that there is a correlation between a physical challenge or a disability and intellectual limitations, and that is absolutely not true.
When people see me, I don't want them to just think, oh, he's in a wheelchair, he can't do anything. I want them to think here, not here.
Tyrese was born at 23 weeks. He fit right in the palm of your hand. His head was the size of an egg. They told me he would not be able to walk, talk, see, speak.
Tyrese doesn't let anything get into his way. Sometimes if I'm at a wall or I feel like, you know, I can't do this or it's really tough, I'm like, Tyrese would never say that.
My dream is to become a lawyer and go to Harvard Law School. I hope to give people a voice, the voice that they can't provide for themselves, and advocate for a lot of people.
What you think would be so readily given to you because you have this child with special needs, that you will get the special services that you would need to help your child work to the fullest of his potential, but it's not like that. If you don't do your homework, you're not going to get services. That's it, case closed, point blank.
Children who are medically fragile generally in this city have very fragmented medical care. One of the things that NAC tries to do is bring all the services together in one agency.
And they're right there. They're making the telephone calls, they're going to the meetings, you know, they're advocating for me, in which I was always advocating by myself for my child.
We see a lot of children here who have chronic medical conditions. I think a lot of the fear and anxiety that goes along with the medical conditions that these children have is alleviated by our education with the family as well as the kids.
Ramsey was born a very healthy baby. At 11 months old, one night he was showing high fever. He wouldn't wake up. They did a CAT scan, and that's what they found, the tumor, a brain tumor.
I got sick, I said I hated myself. My big brother at home having fun, partying, except me because I was in the hospital.
When they are first diagnosed, everything's chaotic. You feel out of control. NAC came through and got him to a semi-private school. He blossomed, he learned how to read sight word, he was excited about school, and I learned how to work the system.
It just feels like many times that the care of the children unfortunately fell through the cracks. One of our goals here at New Alternatives for Children is to make sure that we fully educate the patient as well as the parent and what to expect long term.
Foster care is not typical. It's not typical, and it's very devastating for a child to have to go and live with people that they barely know.
I just wanted to be with my mom, but I didn't understand why I couldn't be.
One thing that I can say about NAC, they want to know about how you grew up, how your family looks at you. And I think that is important because they have to make the decision as to, is this family going to be right?
I do remember some moments of foster care, and they were very warm and embracing, and they made me part of their family.
It really takes that special person to break that wall and say, you know what, take my hand, I'm here with you.
Our children need permanency, they need stability. When they come into a foster care program at New Alternatives for Children, they are either adopted by the foster parent or returned home to their birth parent, which is actually what the goal is.
Some kids at 8 years old want to be basketball players, rappers. I wanted to have a family. I wanted to be married, have a kid, a house, It ain't turned out that way, but at least I got one factor in my son. The night where I left, when we was living in the shelter together, he was only 5 months and he was still fresh from the kidney surgery. I picked him up and I held him in my arms and I told him, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'm gonna come and get you. And I was about to give up, but when I got introduced to NAC, they really made me feel like I had a chance. I've been in NAC's dad's group for about 4 months now. It helps to be able to communicate with other dads that's going through the same feelings I'm going through, especially with special needs children. That day the judge said you could go right now, he looked at me like, come save me. It was open hands, his eyes got so big, it was like, that's not, I've never seen before.
My philosophy is that you can do anything and that these kids can really grow into independent, wonderful, caring human beings. You have to have a vision. You have to have optimism. You have to say that these families and children deserve a quality of life like everybody else has in this world.
They let me know that my possibilities are endless and I could go anywhere and do anything.
Put in all the paperwork, they helped me fill out everything, and boom, I got into school.
In May of this year, I graduated with my master's in art therapy from New York University.
Yeah, look at that smile, look at that smile.
Victory, I won.
We are a team of soldiers that are caring and changing the system.